Hello everyone, this is for 13.1a, the first part for Algebra 2. The next definitions that you guys have are the cofunctions. This is cosecant, that's an N. This is secant, and this is cotangent. Heck of a C, cotangent. Alright. What you have to do is remember which one they're paired with. Cosine, cosecant is paired with sine. It is the reciprocal of sine. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. And tangent's pretty easy to remember because it's the reciprocal of tangent. Now, these things are actually reciprocals of each other. Sine of theta is the same thing as 1 over the cosecant of theta. Cosine of theta is the same as 1 over the secant of theta. They're reciprocals of each other. It's not just one directional. The reciprocal of sine is, yeah, right, I said it right. The reciprocal of sine is am I saying that right? The reciprocal of sine, there we go, is cosecant. Okay, I was saying it backwards. The reciprocal of cosecant is sine. Okay, tangent is the same as 1 over cotangent. Okay, so their definitions then, if this is the reciprocal of sine, then it's, again, just remember sine of theta was your opposite over hypotenuse, so this is hypotenuse over opposite. Secant, cosine, I don't know why I'm hesitating so much on this, was adjacent over hypotenuse. Secant would be hypotenuse over adjacent. And cotangent, well, you got to remember what tangent is then, is opposite over adjacent, so this is adjacent over opposite. Personally, I don't think that these are something that you need to memorize. I think what's more valuable is that this is the reciprocal of sine, this is the reciprocal of cosine, and this is the reciprocal of tangent. Okay? Why do I say that? Well, let's say you find the sine of theta is 2/3. What's cosecant? 3/2. If you have cosine of theta is square root of 3 over 2, then secant is 2 over the square root of 3, which then you rationalize it, and you get 2 square roots of 3 over 3. Okay? You find the main function and just take its reciprocal to get the cofunction that goes with it. It would be awesome if cosecant went with cosine, but it doesn't. It goes with sine. Secant would be great if it went with sine, but it doesn't. It goes with cosine. So perhaps a way to remember it is that the letter it starts with is the other letter. I don't know if that's too cryptic of a way to remember it, but in this one's easy. Cotangent goes with tangent. Okay? So I'll work through some examples here with you. If I want you to find all 6 trig functions, you got to find all the sides first. So you got to do the Pythagorean theorem. This would be side C. A squared plus B squared is C squared. So you've got 12 squared plus 6 squared is C squared. So that's 144 plus 36 is C squared. So that's 180 is C squared. You take the square root of both sides. Normally plus and minus, but it's a length, so it's just plus. Now, 180, I'm hoping you recognize, is 9 times 20, and 20 is 4 times 5, and you're square rooting it. The square root of 9 is going to come out as 3, square root of 4 is going to come out as 2, and you got the square root of 5. So this is 6 square roots of 5. All right? So to find sine standing on this angle, it's your opposite over your hypotenuse. 6 over 6 square roots of 5. That reduces to 1 over the square root of 5. Then you have to rationalize it, which would be square root of 5 over 5. Cosecant is the reciprocal of this. Now, if you guys take the reciprocal of that, you're going to get 5 over the square root of 5, and you're just going to have to rationalize it. So you get 5 square roots of 5 over 5, and the 5 cancels out, and you're just left with square root of 5. But wait, back up. What if you took the reciprocal right here? then you just get the square root of 5 and you save yourself all this work of taking the reciprocal and then having to rationalize it. So try and pay attention when you can take the reciprocal earlier and save yourself some work. Okay? Now, cosine is your adjacent over your hypotenuse. So that would be 12 over 6 square roots of 5. That reduces to 2 over the square root of 5, which then you have to rationalize it. So you get 2 square roots of 5 over 5. Secant is the reciprocal. You could flip it over. But like before, then you'd have to rationalize it and get 5 square roots of 5 over 2 times 5, and then that cancels out to give you square root of 5 over 2. Whereas if you just took the reciprocal right here, you'd have your answer, square root of 5 over 2. All right, tangent is opposite over adjacent, so that's 6 over 12, which is a half. Cotangent's the reciprocal, so it's 2. Here's another example. This time you're given the hypotenuse, so a squared plus b squared is c squared. So you'd have, it doesn't matter which one of this is a and b. In yesterday's assignment I did it as always a, I'll do it as b this time. So you got a squared plus 144 is equal to, what, 16 squared, 196? Yep. So 196. 196. Wait. What did I type in? 16 squared? Hold on. That's crazy. 256. What in the world was I thinking? I don't know. Not much, apparently. Yikes. 256. So then when you subtract the 144 off of both sides, sorry about that, a squared is equal to 112. So then you have to square root both sides. So a is equal to, now 112 is 2 and 56, 2 and 28, 2 and 12, 14, sorry, 2 and 14, 2 and 7. So that's 2 to the 4th power times 7. You're square rooting it. So 2 squared is going to come out and square root of 7. Or 4, why did that close as 9? I don't know. 4 square roots of 7. All right? So that's this missing side. 4 square roots of 7. So go do the 6 trig functions. You're standing here, opposite over hypotenuse is 12/16. Reduce it, 3/4. Cosecant is the reciprocal, 4/3. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. 4 square roots of 7 over 16 is square root of 7 over 4. Secant is the reciprocal, 4 over the square root of 7. So you have to rationalize it times square root of 7, square root of 7. So you have 4 square roots of 7 over 7. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So we have 12 over 4 square roots of 7, which is, what would that be, 3 over the square root of 7. Now you rationalize it, which is 3 square roots of 7 over 7. Cotangent is the reciprocal, but once again, don't take the reciprocal of this, back up and take the reciprocal there, and then you're finished. Whoops, and here I can't even write the number correctly. It's square root of 7 over, 7 over 3. Okay, that's really bad. It's square root of 7 over 3, and you're finished. Okay, so find the missing side first, reduce the radical if necessary, and then write the 6 trig functions. Okay, thanks for your time. There you go. Go.